Gary Bettman elected into the NHL Hall of Fame, and this is a controversial decision by most fans, and I'm going to take the stance where I'm going to defend this. Okay? A lot of people are making the arguments that he does not deserve to be in the Hall of Fame in Gary Bettman. A lot of people are saying on the message boards and some of the common things that you had here as to why Bettman should not be elected into the Hall of Fame. You had non-traditional markets being formed, became, a home to the NHL, but they've moved away from traditional markets, those teams. And listen, that's one argument there. But the three markets whose teams relocated were teams absorbed by the league from the WHA. So there were three teams that the league picked up instead of expanding there organically. The Canadian dollar was weak, which affected the Nords and the Jets, while Hartford was the fourth team in an already overcrowded hockey market, for which even the Isles and Devils can feel the pinch when things head south. If people were willing to pay for the teams to move, while no one else was willing to own those Canadian teams, then relocating was the only thing that made sense from a business perspective. Quote, another argument. He has also shown, what someone has argued here, he has also shown a strong dislike for Canadian markets as he prevented Phoenix from moving to Canada, among other decisions. No, if Jimmy there wanted to get in the league, he should have done so the right way instead of trying to cherry pick low-hanging fruit to move to an old arena in Hamilton. Mark Chapman did this the right way, and now they are the one. And look where the Winnipeg Jets are right now. People are saying that he's a central figure in 3 lockouts during his tenure. For the last lockout, I would say that I do entirely blame the league. But the 2 prior lockouts were a combination of owners not having the same vision as others, and a PA that did everything to refuse acceptance of a salary cap. Bettman has a job. Goodnow does not. He alienates the fans of the NHL, people are saying. He's forced Sidney Crosby and Pittsburgh down the throats since Crosby was drafted, because he had to prove he was right in preventing the sale of that team. That, or after suffering a lockout, they realized they needed a Canadian star to kind of hang their hat up on, and had a guy who did back up his actions on the ice. Unless Bettman was pulling the Vince McMahon act and telling Doc Emmerich what to say on the air, there's probably a portion of this which needs to be blamed on the hockey media too. People are also saying that Bettman has also massively failed to grow hockey's presence in several areas. Hello from Southern California, I'd say to that. Most recently, not allowing NHL players to play in the Olympics. Another gripe that fans have. This hurt Team USA and Team Canada probably more than anyone else. Listen, so if someone came up to you and said, hey, I want you employees to work for me for 3 weeks, you won't get much compensation for it, and they might return injured for your peak season, you'd be like, yeah, that's cool with me, right? I'd respectfully beg to differ. Most of us fans, people are saying, know that someone who knows what they're doing would have made leaps and bounds above where it is now. Now I ask you to that. But how would have that been possible by only focusing on areas where hockey is already immensely popular? Bettman deserves to be in the Hockey Hall of Fame. I hope all is well.